Avengers. I hope they remember you. I do hope those that survive remember everything.
What's good, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm back with the review of Avengers Infinity War. Wanted to talk to y'all face to face to let you know about this movie. Comes out today, so I'm going to let you know if it's worth your time to go check it out. Well, it's too much to go through in this 2.5 hour movie to tell you step by step the story and all the twists and turns, so I'm not even going to attempt to do that. What I am going to do is tell you some main points about the movie. I am going to give away spoilers and talk openly about the movie. So yeah, if you haven't seen it and you don't want any spoilers, you might want to come check this out later. All right. So the movie starts out with most of the stuff you've seen in the trailer. That's at the pretty much beginning part of the movie. As you know, Thanos is looking for the 6 Infinity Stones. They do not show when he takes the Power Stone from Xandar, but they do start out with him on that ship with Loki and Thor, and he pretty much demolishes all those people. He doesn't kill them all, but he takes half of them and kills the other half. So after he leaves there, he does have the Tesseract. So he has 2 stones when he gets rid of Thor and his ship. And then we cut back to Earth. And I think that's what this movie did a great job of, was the cutaways and I guess you want to call it transitions to other scenes and things that were going on always stayed on point. It's a lot going on, and you can easily get lost in a movie of this magnitude, but it wasn't, to me, I didn't find myself getting lost, because when they cut back to somewhere, it always was where they left off. So, although there's a lot of transitions and you go from outer space to this planet to Wakanda to, all over, it makes sense and it flows. So whoever did the editing on this movie did a great job. But when we're back on Earth, that's when you get 2 members of the Black Order arriving, Ebony Maw and Black Dwarf, the big ass dude, and they're going up against the Monk, Doctor Strange, Hulk. Spider-Man arrives a little bit later, but Iron Man is there on the scene. Now, it's a lot of comedic relief in this movie, because Hulk couldn't change into the Hulk for some reason. Throughout the whole movie, he couldn't change into the Hulk. But that's when we got our first glimpse at the Iron Man suit and a few new things he could do. So right there to start out the movie, you had a lot of action with on Thor's ship, and then right to New York when the Black Order arrives on Earth. So after they have a nice little battle scene, actually Iron Man and Spider-Man gets on the ship to leave Earth. So yeah, the whole battle with Thanos and all that, Iron Man, he's not even on Earth when all that stuff happens in Wakanda. So it is Hulk in the Iron Buster suit. If you've seen that, that is Hulk. Now, as you got Iron Man and them in outer space going through what they're going through, you do have the Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor going to meet up with Thanos on planet Nowhere. But at the same time, Groot and Rocket are going with Thor to create his new hammer Stormbreaker. So there's a lot of different, storylines going on here, and they all sort of converge on Thanos, because Thanos is the main character of this movie. Everybody gets a chance to shine, everybody gets their time, but Thanos is the main character of this movie, and they did a good job of explaining what he wanted to do. He wants to basically kill off half the universe because the resources, the planets, everything is finite. Everything has a limit. And if you have unlimited life, you're going to run out of resources. You're going to run out of, supplies. So basically, he's saying he doesn't want to kill all the poor people. He doesn't want to kill all the rich people. It's just going to be a random pick, but he's going to destroy half of the universe and trillions of lives. And that's what he wants to do, to create balance. So that is Thanos' ultimate goal. And so throughout this movie, he goes from planet to planet, and he's just getting these stones. I mean, they're not giving them up easily. He's having to fight for it. They're giving Thanos all they got, but he's getting these stones. And all the members of the Black Order die. You have some spoilers as far as like Loki dies, Heimdall dies, every person in the Avenger dies, because at the end of the movie, Thanos has all his stones. He gets every last one of them. The last one being the Time Stone. And when that happened, it was a scene where Iron Man is just coming at Thanos with everything he's got. His suit is doing all these different transformations. He's going back and forth, hitting him with all these different sort of sonic blasts. He'll transform his hand into something and punch him really hard. And he did all this stuff to Thanos. And at the end, Thanos just had one cut on the side of his face. And that's what he told Iron Man. He said, "You did all that just for one drop of blood." and then just destroyed him and destroyed the new Iron Man suit. So that's all demolished. And so at the end, he got the time stone because he was about to kill Iron Man, and Doctor Strange said, "Okay, here's a time stone," and that brought Thanos back to Wakanda where that battle was going on. And he gets the Mind Stone from Vision because with the Time Stone, he just rewinded time because Scarlet Witch, she killed Vision and destroyed the Infinity Stone. So Thanos just rewinded time and said, you know, nothing you guys could do really matters. And then he just snatched the Mind Stone right out of Vision's head like it was nothing, just like picking up a peanut. He just snatched the stone right out of his head. And that was it. He got all of them. And just like that, he destroyed half the life in the universe. Majority of the Avengers are dead. Spider-Man is dead. Bucky Barnes is dead. Black Panther is dead. Groot is dead. Gamora is dead. I mean, I can just go on and on. Half the life on the universe is dead. Just like that, they just started falling. Once he got all 6 stones, everybody just started disintegrating and falling apart. There are some who are still alive, you know. Iron Man was still alive. Thor and his new hammer was still alive. Rocket, you know, you got certain members are still alive, but a majority of them people is dead. So it was a very dark ending, a very somber ending to the movie, but at the same time, it just shows you the power and the magnitude of Thanos and the mission that he was on. I mean, just to get the Soul Stone, we finally found out where that was at. That was on a planet called Vomir, and to even get that, you have to trade a soul for the Soul Stone. And he ended up killing Gamora to get the Soul Stone. So yeah, everybody's dead. It was a really dark tone movie, but at the same time, with all the seriousness they had going on, it was a lot of comedic relief. I will tell you that about this movie. You will laugh out loud a lot during this movie. You will be amazed with the special effects. I mean, to me, the thing that stood out the most to me in this movie was Thanos being the main character. I liked how they focused on him a lot. They kept the movie at a great pace. It's long, but it didn't feel like you were in there forever. And Iron Man, I love that new Iron Man suit and the severity of the decisions that they made far as like people dying. They didn't really hold back on that. But it really shows you how they're setting it up for the next one, and how maybe at the with that end credit scene being a reference to Captain Marvel, how they're going to have some more people coming in to go up against Thanos. I mean, you still have Captain Marvel, Thor, Iron Man. I mean, you still have a lot of people still around that can go up against Thanos and try to get some retribution. But I think how they're going to do it is somehow they can get the gauntlet and use the time stone to rewind everything that happened and maybe have just one big battle scene in Avengers 4 where they just finally defeat Thanos. So I think they'll get the gauntlet from him. They won't kill him. They'll get the gauntlet, rewind time, and bring everybody back. And then once they have everybody back, they're going to go up against Thanos again. And I think they'll beat him like that. All in all, Avengers Infinity War was worth the wait. I've seen it 2 or 3 times already in the theaters. I'm going to go back and watch it again a few more times. I recommend you go see it. Take the whole family. See it as many times as you can because it's only in theaters for so long. It did not disappoint me in any way. Special effects were on point. I love how the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers sort of commingled. Every superhero had a chance to go up against Thanos one-on-one. You had a scene where Peter Quill's Star-Lord went up against him and he was trying to shoot him and do his thing. Spider-Man went up against him and had a few shots. Doctor Strange went up against him. Iron Man went up against him. I mean, Hulk went up against him. So you had a lot of different characters going one-on-one with Thanos. And even at the end, before Thanos took off, Thor had his new hammer, stabbed the hell out of Thanos. But Thanos was already wore out from everything he did. So he really wasn't trying to go there with Thor and have a fight with him because, for one, he already completed his mission of getting all the Infinity Stones. So I think it was more or less a hassle that Thanos wasn't trying to deal with at that time because he didn't fight back when Thor stabbed him. He just sort of created his portal and disappeared because I think he was just worn down. But yeah, all in all, everybody has their chance to go one-on-one with Thanos. And so at the end, when he's saying, I hope they remember you, he was talking to Iron Man, saying, I'm going to leave half the people here because I respect you. You fought hard. I respect you. So I'm going to leave half the people here, and hopefully they can remember you and what you did and your sacrifice, you know, because Iron Man tried to bring it. That's who stood out to me in the movie was Iron Man and that new cool-ass suit. So I want to see what they do more with that in the future. They did that end credit scene was a reference to Captain Marvel. Well, I guess, what's his name? Nick Fury and Maria Hill was driving in the end credit scene. And people just started crashing their cars, helicopters crashed, and people are disintegrating. Maria Hill disintegrated. And so before he disintegrated, Nick Fury ran to the car, grabbed his little transponder machine, and sent out a message. And then he disintegrated also. And that message he sent went out to Captain Marvel. So Ant-Man and the Wasp movie is going to be coming out in a couple months. They said it's pretty much happening at the same time that Avengers Infinity War is happening. They did mention Hawkeye and Ant-Man. They said they made a deal with the government and they were under house arrest, so that's why Hawkeye and Ant-Man weren't in the movie at all. But you can probably catch them in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I guarantee you Hawkeye will probably be in that movie because everybody's disintegrating and Hawkeye is going to try to come back and figure out what's going on. He'll probably get mixed up with Ant-Man and the Wasp. But anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this movie review of Avengers Infinity War. Go check it out. It's worth your time. But anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. I don't get paid for this channel. I just do this shit because I love movies. I like talking and going back and forth with people in the comment sections. So that's why I do this movie channel. It's not for the money or the fame. I don't have any of that, and I'm still doing it anyway. But anyway, y'all, I hope you like this review, and I'll catch your ass out there in the universe. Peace.
There was an idea
To bring together a group of remarkable people. To see if we could become.
something more.
So when they needed us,
We could fight the battles.
They never could. The end is near.